Thank you.
If I could just bring on the final speakers for the last talk of this session, which is entitled Audio Mixing and Stem Proportions Adjustment. And this is by Epri, Wahyu Pratiwi, Yu Tsao, and Stefano Rini. If they'd like to come forward or...
Epri, I'm sharing as you requested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Can you hear my voice?
I think so, yeah.
So, hello everyone. I'm Epri Wahyu Pratiwi. Previously, I'm a research assistant in laboratory in Academia Sinica. So this works conducted by me and my supervisor Yusao and another supervisor from National Yangming Chiaotong in Taiwan. So our title is Audio Mixing and Stem Proportion Adjustment. Next. Kiratu, next. Maybe you can scroll it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, this is our outline. And then next.
Sorry, Epri, I think we have a bit of noise online.
Yeah, so actually, I'm in outside. I'm not in the office. So I'm quite hard to find a quiet place. So okay. So the in Cadenza challenge, we want to increase the enhance the music perception for people that having the hearing loss, because it's affecting their quality of life and how they communications and also their social activity. And most of the problem is the hearing aid mostly focus on the speech communication, but not in music. And some problems such as pick out the lyrics or melody, and then problem with the with the high frequencies, while they cannot hear the music richness and detail. Okay, next. Yeah, so what we propose, like, let's do some music remixings. So because we want to focus on our focus on, let's say they can hear the lyrics better. So we use music source separations that already available on online, and then because it is also because it has a good performance on isolating the music instrument and the vocals from the mix audio tracks. Next. So basically, we done for our model, we use the same model that used by the baseline, but I think we pick a different pre-trained model from DMAX. Actually, it's just the same because we use the DMAX, where it is using the unit convolution structure, while the output from this is it can separate the vocal, bass, drum, and other music instruments. Oh, next. So yeah, this is our proposed idea. So we have two steps in here. First, we collect for your information, because when we try to getting the score for Haki, we have a problem to get the score faster, because last time it take about 5 or 6 days to get the whole score for evaluation. So we come up with the idea, okay, let's use kind of deep learning model to predict the score of the given musics. So our proposed idea is first is using HakiNet. So HakiNet is actually DNN based end-to-end model. It is non-intrusive, where, as you know, that when we calculate the Haki, we need the clean reference and the process reference, and also in our model, we want to make it non-intrusive so that we don't need the clean reference. So we just put our music and then we can predict how much the score. So we initially we want to make our the system is getting faster because we have the computational timing problems, and in the same time we want to do some music enhancement. So what kind of music that might be suitable for the listeners? So as we mentioned before, that we want to do some remixing of the musics. Well, actually, we want to know which proportions that suitable, whether it is more in the vocals or more into the bass or drum or others. So to find out this formula, we have some proportional adjustment. Well, I will explain it in the later slide. So we prepare the model to predict the quality of the score of the musics, and in the same time we prepare the separated musics. And as we can see in the bottom of the page, so our idea is we want to use this model, the Haki loss, as a function as a backdrop, so that we can adjust how much how's the likely the music enhancement in here. So but actually the project still ongoing, so we haven't finished all the result yet. Okay, next. Next. Okay, so and this is the Haki net that I mentioned before. So it takes the input is the music, and then we have the hearing loss. Hearing loss in here. So the music that is provided by the organizer, and the hearing loss also provided in the metadata in the data sets. But however, we do a lot of adjustment on making the data set, because when we take a look on the Haki score, especially in task 2 in the car enhancement, actually the score is only range between 0 into 0.2 or below 0.4. Like, we don't know why, but for because when we try to take a look into detail, actually when I turn off the functions to add HRTF on the music, actually I think that's one of the reason why my current data for having the data set is only between 0 and 0.4. But so I came up with the idea, okay, let's create a more diverse data, that the Haki score is between 0 and 1, so it more diverse data. So in here actually I put a lot of database augmentation so that we have more diverse data. And so once we have the score and then the precise music, and then we train using this model, so it's like we have the input and then we concatenate the input with the hearing loss audiograms, and then and then put it on the BLSTM, and then dense layers, and then goes to attention layers, and then take the average global average pooling layer. So let's say to make it simple, it's like our model, we want to make the prediction close to the true score in here. So, but as you can see in here, our prediction score to get the Haki is somehow we need more calculations, because as you can see for the scene, the above is scene data, and the bottom is the unseen data, and then as you can see, we need to train more data in here and do some fine tuning, especially for the feature extraction in here, because actually this is simple model, only 5 million parameter is just using BLSTM to predict the quality score. But as I say, that this works was not included in our submissions, because at that time we cannot finish. So we just want to share what we have done so far. So because so this is our initial plan. So for example, we have this model, and then we can predict how much the score. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so as we can see in here, because we already have the HakiNet, we have the HakiNet loss as a function in here. So actually we want to kind of do some optimizations in here. So like the model will intelligently choose how much the proportion for vocal, bass, drum, and others. So it will change. It will change on the music enhancement, and then it will just and then the output will make the output as is close to 1, because we want to the music enhancement is close to 1, where 1 is like have the best quality. Yeah, but as I said, we haven't finished it yet, so we just and also we have a limited time that time, and we just put on the remix the separated music instrument into and into different energy, like 60%, 15% for bass, drums, and others. Okay, next. Yeah, as I can say, because yeah, to be honest, we run off the time that time to finish all the experiments. So yeah, this is like our simple model where we submit, but as you can see that our score is below the baseline for the task 1, and for the task 2 also we also have below performance on the performance. Next, but okay, next. But as you can see that for some kind of song we have better score. So in the left is the baseline, but in the right is our score. For some song it has better improvement compared to the baseline. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and yeah, with our proportional adjustment in here, we can somehow increase for some part of the song without so it's like with this simple model we can have some improvement for some part of song. But yeah, as you can see in here, the total subjective listening score, we are still below the baseline. So next. So yeah, based on the graph, like our prediction model for the HakiNet, yeah, well, we have some good correlations between the true and predicted. So our future plans is we want to use this the Haki loss model to do some to put into the music enhancement so that we can improve the music. So yeah, it's this work still a lot of need to be done, a lot of things to be finished, and as I mentioned, we need to test for diverse music conditions and hearing aids profile, because yeah, we need more hearing loss types that not only available provided by the organizer and also in the subject listening test. Okay, so I think that's all from my side. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Epri, for a really interesting description and overview of the system and the approach. I'm well aware that we have overrun the kind of session times, and the next session is due to begin at 2:30. So I'll certainly feel free for everyone to go and take a bit of time just to recuperate, a small comfort break. Just before we finish, if there's any very quick and maybe direct question for Epri based on that talk, perhaps I could just quickly open the floor.